Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the New Watch. We'll take it from here. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York.
Hey, good morning, people. Sorry, I had to mute the fucking music.
It's all right. It's all right. When I listen to the music, I got the two samurai guys up anyway right now, so I just like have daydreams that they're jumping around fighting each other and stuff.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help when I'm trying to say morning or whatever, and that thing starts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it kind of hinders you. But how the hell
Uh,
are you though, regardless?
I don't know. I mean, I feel kind of shitty today, but I ain't gonna bitch.
That makes two of us. Oh God, fuck. Yeah, life's a bitch and then you die. How about that? Unless we figure out a way to avoid it.
Uh, TJ played and it says, "New, you two sound old as fuck." It's the LDAT for review.
I believe it's jaded.
I
Jaded.
am old as fuck.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I sound within my range.
Tony's OAF. Um,
How fucked are you? Where the fuck you been, you lousy bastard? Ain't showing up at the show.
hey, you leave him alone. You leave him alone.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, DJ. By the way, DJ has been kind enough to become our second patron. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's why you want me to leave him alone.
Yeah, you leave
I,
him the fuck alone.
welcome back, Mr. DJ.
Mr. DJ. What's up, DJ? Scotty's out. Sammy, what's up, Sammy? Hey, how you doing? I'm feeling shitty myself personally, but you know,
I
such
got a
is
fucking
life.
headache. Hell would not have it right
Oh, I'll try to keep it quiet then. Try to keep it
now.
down.
It's not a headache like that. Sound isn't going to be a problem.
My old ball and chain has been sick, so I've been having to take care of that.
It ain't morning sickness, is it? Because I fucking didn't do it.
Hell no, and if it was, I'm finding the tallest fucking flight of stairs is available so we could exercise during it. Get it? I watched some fucking movies. You guys know I love fucking movies. Um, there was a zombie movie. It was in Korean. Um, and I don't like fucking movies with subtitles, but I'm a zombie fan. We're a zombie household. And somebody said that it was one of the best movies ever made, that Train to Busan. If you don't mind subtitles, it ain't the worst. I don't mind them.
I'm
Um,
curious how fucking desperate you got to be for a zombie movie to get one Korean subtitle.
Apparently, it's supposed to be the best movie ever made. It was all right, but you know, it it's just something that like takes my attention away. Maybe it's from being a stupid American for all my life. Is that it?
I actually have no problem with subtitles.
I think it had something to do with me being an intolerable American or intolerant American. But it was pretty good though. Train to Busan, check it out. It was all right. I watched some movie yesterday. Oh, I finally watched fucking Bruce Willis's Death Wish. You seen that one yet, Tony?
Nope.
Oh my God, don't. Charles Bronson is dead? Is he dead?
I don't know.
Well, if he's not, if he is, he's spinning in his grave for sure, definitely. It was horrible. The they meant it was in Chicago. They mentioned the fucking Evanston, Illinois, and they mentioned like Floyd cards and shit like that. But then he like magically finds a gun on. He's a doctor, so he magically finds a gun on one of his patients, and then goes on to be Charles Bronson, a fake ass fucking Charles Bronson. To make it more based in realism, he was fucking gay. Don't go see that one. Then I watched the docu.
Speaking,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was just going into the next one.
So speaking of Charles Bronson, have you ever seen Chino?
No, I haven't. I've
Don't,
literally only seen Death Wish 1. Don't?
don't, don't.
What is it? Chino. Is it a Western?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
um, why? He sucks in that or something, or what?
No, it's just that the movie is so fucking depressing. It ain't funny.
Oh, sorry, I just turned on the comments. What's up, gunmetal guy? I see you out there right now. Or an oaf. Yeah, I'm an old as fuck oaf. He was just kidding, Tony. Don't worry about it. Leave him alone.
All right, that don't bother me.
All right, good. The next one was Something's Wrong with Aunt Diane. This was fucking crazy. So this was a lady, not even an old lady. I would say maybe late 30s, early 40s tops. Um, was in the car with her kids and her nieces, and all of a sudden was doing like fucking 80 miles an hour in the wrong lane of the highway, and then crashed, and the kids died and she died. Well, one of the kids survived and she died. So anyway, um they found a bottle of vodka in the car, burnt up, broken, obviously, and all that shit. But so they're just like claiming it as a regular, open and shut. She's all the bitch was a drunk driver. Boom, done. But the family was like trying to clear her name from being just a drunk driver. So they're like going on. They're trying to get her medical records, her all this shit. She's the type of lady that'll have something wrong and never tell you. And it turned out she had a abscess tooth that she was getting checked on, and they're thinking that it caused a stroke or something. All of the fucking autopsies are coming back that the bitch was just drunk and high off weed, and fucking, I don't know, man. It was a weird one. It was hard to tell what happened. I know them fucking abscess too, so I've known some people. I know they hurt, but yeah, that was a nice depressing movie too. What do you think, Tony?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, they showed her. They had like video footage of her stopping at stores trying to get pain medicine and shit like that, and then apparently just chugged a bottle of vodka. I think that she was just an undercover drinker and smoker. She didn't let her fucking husband know anything was going on. I don't know.
Question. The important question is 20 years ago, would you have thought she was an old woman?
20 years? No, probably not. Probably not. I still don't think she's not an old woman. Like I said, she's like late 30s, early 40s tops.
That's what I'm saying. But when you was like 17, would she have been
Oh, an
an
old
old?
lady to me? Yeah, absolutely. I'd be an old fucking guy to me when I was 17. I'm like, shut up, old man. You don't know me. Something like that. I'd
Yeah,
tell
I mean,
myself
I
off.
am you. This
What?
is after those stupid fucking choices you made where it ended.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate dental shit too. Like toothache is one of the worst aches I've ever fucking one of the worst pains I've ever felt.
I'll tell you what, I have pierced abscesses in my mouth to get rid of the pain.
What is an abscess? It's just like a bubble growing inside of your tooth.
Yeah, it's an infection.
Oh, and what do? You
Poke
just
a hole in it and squeeze it out, and it relieves the pressure on it.
on your gum?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, it's fucking painful, but it's painful for like half a minute, and then the severe agony you was in diminishes quickly.
Damn.
I've done it, and if it comes to it, I'll do it again.
I couldn't tell you that I would or wouldn't do it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that if I felt the tooth pain that I've felt before, I would fucking do it
Well,
for
about the
sure.
third day of not sleeping, desperation will get you to do stupid shit.
Yeah, like taking a wrench to your mouth and trying to fucking chip away at your newly brought in fucking wisdom teeth. Yeah,
There is that buy scripts work better, but hey,
I didn't have them. Didn't have them. And then the fucking tooth kept it because I kept doing it while it was growing in, so it kept breaking off and shit, and it was just the worst. It was the worst. Sorry about this, guys. I know some people cringe at that kind of shit, but um,
sometimes you can surprise yourself with how much fucking pain you can stand and you will willingly inflict on yourself.
yeah, yeah, but it always comes at like the opposite end of the pain you're going through. What will you go through to get rid of that pain?
And
It,
as far as relieving the abscess, it was fucking worth it.
to be honest with you, Gunmetal Guy says that sounds ridiculously painful, but you know what? Compared to Tony's fucking stabbing his gums, man, and squeezing them out, I think I would take the wrench. I don't know. They both sound bad. Let's just agree at that. They both sound fucking horrible.
Well, the thing is that if you've never had an abscess, it's worse than any regular fucking toothache ever.
Oh, really?
Oh yes.
Mm. Well, then I can't speak on that. I don't know. My worst one was the wisdom teeth growing in.
So you should have just got in there with a knife and cut the gum away so it freely grow. You'd be fine.
No. Fuck no. Fuck no. Just start sawing away at my shit. Yeah, just take a little meat
You're
off of here.
it's not pain warrior, it's desperation to get rid of pain is what it is.
Yeah. If it if you were to able to like if a chunk of you came off, a chunk of meat came off of you for some reason, some weird ass reason. It wasn't like detrimental though. Would you cook it and eat it
No.
just to see?
I've seen what I eat. No.
No, not to see what you eat, to see what you fucking taste like.
No. Like I said, I've seen what I put in. I'm not gonna try it.
Oh, yeah, me neither. Me neither. I've never thought about that once. TJ says, yes, it is. I've had a few, and shit thing was each time they had me on antibiotics before they'd pull them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they want to like bring it down or whatever. Before I can see that. Dentists are probably just as much as an asshole as a regular doctor. I don't know. Um, oh yeah, and the last one I'll talk about too was that fucking. But by the way, I'm using that sit up bench thing, man, getting my body hard.
Yeah.
Fucking. Ooh, wait till this summer, Tony. You'll never talk shit about my titties again.
I don't think that I've talked shit about them so far.
I don't think so either. I think it was me and you just agreed, but yeah, it's okay. And the last one. HBO finally made a documentary about that fucking chick that told her like online boyfriend over the phone to get back in the car and kill himself. Finally made a documentary about this lady, this hero, fucking bitch. Um, it was called "I Love You Now Die." And it kind of went a little bit deeper than the news went. It they went through like her whole court case and all the girls that they called up. Well, nobody liked this bitch. Everybody fake liked this bitch. Like she was involved in a bunch of clubs and a bunch of sports, and everybody was just like softball friends with her type shit. You know what I mean? Volleyball friends and fucking, Um, and she had this dude that actually like gave a fuck about her, but apparently both of these kids were on Prozac and fucking all types of weird antidepressants and shit, and they were both suicidal. Um, I don't know, man. It was really hard to fucking call that movie, but bitch was one. She got what was it? Was it something with manslaughter? I want to say involuntary manslaughter, but I didn't write it. Oh yeah, I did write it down. Involuntary manslaughter. Um, I just wondering like who hasn't sent a bad text every now and again. Tone, I'm sure you have.
Probably not because I don't really send text.
Hey, who hasn't sent a bad text every now and again? Um, and I mean, so, but anyway, so there was two parts. The first part was prosecution. The second part was defense. Um, and the prosecution and the defense were like going at it in the first bit, talking about how like it wasn't a crime. Defense was saying it's not a crime. Someone tells you to do something, it is not a crime unless I'm in person and I threaten you. And it's like, Tony, you jump off of this fucking ledge, or I'm gonna push you off this ledge. One of them type of
Fuck
shits.
you.
Exactly, that easy. Um, Defense says it's not a crime. Prosecution tried to charge involuntary manslaughter. They ended up getting her. Um, but the big thing they were saying was, is this trial having impact on free speech? Now, I totally disagree with, not totally disagree with that, but I disagree with it in a big way. Um,
Free speech does not mean you can say whatever the fuck you want wherever you want. Free
no.
speech means the government can't prevent you from saying what you want.
Well, it's just like guns. Let's say in a fucking hypothetical fucking world that doesn't exist, that there was no pro 2A, no anti 2A, it was just 2A. And somebody shoots somebody with a gun unjustified. They're going to jail because they committed murder. It's not murder with a gun. It's not a shooting. It was because they committed murder. So that would be the same thing as this. Free speech is free speech. Say whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever the fuck you want. But there will be consequences. You know?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Free speech isn't free speech. Not what it's about. Free speech is to prevent the government from clamping down on what you say.
Yeah.
You know, the rights enumerated in the Constitution are protections against the government.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. Um, and I mean, honestly, listen, um, I mean, it's bad to tell somebody to kill themselves. It's not the correct thing to do. But if you tell somebody to go fucking kill yourself and they fucking do it, ah, is that on you? Me personally, I don't think that's on you. I think you're a douchebag, possibly a little sprinkle of a piece of shit on top, but mm, a criminal?
Well, I'm curious what your conscience is going to fucking do for you the rest of your goddamn life.
Oh, well, this bitch, as soon as he fucking killed himself, she was getting Facebook likes, she was getting sympathy. She's finally hanging out with all those friends that wouldn't fucking hang out with her. It was almost as if she fucking. And then the crazy part is, right? 2 days before he killed himself, on the phone with her, she already went on like the prosecution called it a dry run, and they fucking she went to a bunch of people saying that he was missing and they didn't know what to do and she was scared. And she like just got off the phone with him, knowing that he wasn't missing. So it was just like she was doing this. The prosecution's argument is that she was doing this all for attention. But she was a fucked up little kid too on fucking Prozac. I mean, she wasn't a little kid; she was like 20 something years old. But well, maybe in her teens when it happened.
This is why young male kiddies out there, women are fucking evil.
Yeah, he left his wallet in the car. I'll tell you what, this
Both
kid.
eyes open all the time.
Yeah, this kid wasn't Boston strong. I'll tell you what. uh, oh my god. Sorry to the parents out there. I hope they
I don't know
don't take offense to it.
what would you want to do if it was your son?
If it was my son, I'd probably go and fucking light that bitch's house on fire, hypothetically. But listen, that's personal between me and the bitch. And then at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. At that point, if I'm as jaded as I am now, I'd be like, well, it must have been the kid must have been sad. I don't know. Question: what's the correct stereotype of New York people? Are they walking down the street not communicating, or are they always trying to grift with scam or money making deal? Well, I'm from Chicago, so I've always felt like New York was copying off of Chicago my whole life. That's kind of how I went with it. But,
Jeez.
but I'm just joking. But yeah, I've never fucking I don't know.
Now you
Um,
know why I don't fucking ever want to go to Chicago again as long as I live.
people like me are out there.
Yeah, right. They're all fucking like that.
Yeah. Um, I got an uncle from fuck, or not an uncle, a cousin. I don't know, he's a distant cousin. He's a queer. He's from New York. I know New York has a lot of queers, like Broadway and shit like that. So I don't know. I know not all of them. Probably not even a majority of people in there are queers, but I know that. Boston people and New York people, their manner is noticeably different. Not bad, not good, just different. Can't explain it.
Toddlers will give you love without strings.
Toddler?
Yeah. Gunmetal guy said women and 2-year-old toddlers are pretty much the same creature.
Well, in,
Toddlers will give you love without strings.
intelligent wise, remember we went over this already. We have that 1% DNA difference. Women, the smartest adult women, can only hope to be as intelligent as a child toddler male.
God damn.
We've been over this, guys. Come on. Um, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
So,
What?
where are we going now?
Big cities
Interesting shit
suck.
in the news?
Big
Of
cities
course they do.
suck. No matter what state you're in, no matter what providence, whatever the fuck, big cities suck dick. And usually the people in them fucking tickle the balls.
Yeah, I've not been in a big city that I thought was great. Well, now, wait a minute. Now, Mobile, Alabama was pretty fucking cool in 1979. But I doubt it's that way now.
Oh, we'll
But
get to
in
that. Go ahead.
all the fucking big cities I've ever been in, I don't like any of them.
Yeah, they suck. We'll get to that in a second there, Sam. He's asking what cheap firearms did we get. We didn't get anything. Oh, I didn't get anything. I don't think Tony did either, but
Hell no.
we're getting to it. We're getting to it.
You do some news
Yeah,
or
I got.
interesting shit I heard on the news, I should say.
Oh yeah, please go ahead. For sure.
Uh, the fucking Epstein Island bitch,
Hmm.
Maxwell,
Yeah, yeah.
she's gonna name 8.
No, they're gonna murder her.
Yeah, we'll see how long she lives. But they were saying on the news this morning that she was going to name 8 surrounding that chick that was accusing Prince Andrew.
Oh, yeah, because Ghislaine Maxwell was in a picture with them too. She was in a picture
Yeah,
with the girl, and fuck yeah, okay.
yeah, I seen that and I thought, well, that's her fucking death warrant. So look out for her suicide any minute.
Yeah,
One of
no
the more
shit.
interesting things I've seen in a while is FedEx is asking to put uh, anti-guided missile lasers in their fucking planes.
A what?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you.
Nah.
They're,
Go ahead.
they're wanting to put anti-guided missile lasers in their fucking planes. I think are going to certain areas in the Middle East, but I'm not sure.
What the fuck? That just
I kind
as
of,
defense purposes only type shit? Or are they going to use that in offense? What the fuck?
I don't know, but the government's saying they have to check at the risk of people getting inadvertently damaged by them. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be the first. Maxwell did not kill herself.
Yeah, the first one. Speaking of that, fucking conspiracy theories and shit, Shawnee sent me something. Where was it? Oh, right here. So he sent me a list of things that were conspiracy theories, but it ended up being true. So a year ago, vaccinated can spread COVID. That was just a conspiracy theory. Now it's the truth. The vaccinated are susceptible to new variants and reinfection. Was once a year ago a conspiracy theory, but now is the truth. Third and fourth shot boosters, maybe we'll call them now. Conspiracy theory, now the truth. New shots every year slash half year boosters was once a conspiracy theory, but is now true. Shots for the young, conspiracy theory, now true. Total segregation of society. I got my vaccination, you didn't get your anti-vaccination, and I'm an anti-vaxxer, and you're a fucking shill, and true. Um, Camps for the unvaccinated, conspiracy theory, now truth. Unvaccinated, unable to work. Some places now you need to be even vaccinated to get the job. True. Harder access to medical care for unvaccinated. I don't know, but I could see that. Secret contracts between Pfizer and governments. Conspiracy theory, now known as the truth.
Now, I want to touch on a few things here,
Please.
but
That's what
the
it's here
harder
for.
access for medical care now, the hospital that my old lady works at, I have been enough to pretty much add the new wing. So I'm welcomed with open arms because I've made them a lot of fucking money. Because, I get lots of insurance payments, but I don't die.
Yeah. Yeah, no one ever goes over what you get if you don't die.
Uh, hell, I was going to say something about one of the other points that was on here, but I can't remember what it was.
Mm.
Hell of being old. I had been on the new shots were going to be every fucking year right from the beginning. I'm actually an anti-vax.
With a
Uh,
vaccine in your body.
I got it, yes.
But yeah, but yours was a little bit different though. You were kind of negged into getting it.
Yeah. Uh, and I have no ill effects from it that I know of. I'm not trying to have babies, so if it made me sterile, it ain't hurting. It hasn't turned me gay yet. I don't find you attractive at all.
Yeah. And with
Although
gay men
we're
love
gonna have
me.
to talk about them titties.
Gay men love me. They think I'm adorable for some reason.
Some titties.
The titties are new. And they're small. I can't even press them together, Tony. I can't even press them together so people can
I
motorboat me.
can't press mine together neither. Although I could probably jump across them with the pacemaker if I wiggle it around a little.
Oh shit, that's happening in fucking Texas too. He says a lot of California transplants moving in.
Yeah,
Arizona, I watched. What?
that's been going on in Texas for 20 years.
No way. Okay, I didn't know that. See, because I know Arizona, I was there to watch the flood occur. And then fucking Nevada, it already happened before I got here.
I
Um,
wish that a group of these fuckers would stumble onto this goddamn show for this particular bit right here. Why in the fuck do you move out of a place that you hate the way it's become politically and convert the one you moved to into the same fucking thing?
yeah.
That's stupid.
It, isn't that the definition of redundant? I don't know. That's
That's
just
the
dumb.
definition of insanity.
Yeah.
Mikey!
Oh yeah, what's up, Oz? I see you
How's
out there.
Mikey doing? You over the COVID yet or have you got it again?
Oh yeah, he was sick, huh? Who's the shocker? The hostage taker in Texas is Muslim. What happened in Texas?
I don't know.
What happened in Texas?
I
Anybody out
usually
there?
don't get news from Texas until I talk to Sean because, like, I don't really fucking care. I mean, honestly, nationwide news is one thing, but as far as what's going on in individual states, I got enough dealing with Illinois.
Oh, it was that Texas at synagogue. It was 5 hours ago. Let's see what it was. FBI identifies hostage taker at Texas synagogue. Well, spoiler alert, he was a Muslim. Scotty already ruined it for us.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. How the
Malik
fuck you know that?
Fasal.
You ain't anywhere near Texas neither.
He's probably reading it.
I
An
seen that headline this morning. I didn't read it.
FBI hostage rescue team killed Akram after hostages were released around 9 p.m. Local
I actually
time.
thought
Hmm.
the town it said Coffeeville.
Is it Coffeeville?
No,
Could have
it's
been.
Colleyville.
Oh. A 44-year-old British national? As How are the British fucking terrorists getting over here? Don't we have laws to stop fucking, you know, all these every time one out of every fucking 10 motherfucker that comes here from another country is trying to destroy us or sabotage us in a fucking one way or the other.
You ever think maybe that's a plan?
Oh, like Fast and the Furious, give the guns to the cartels type shit, give access to the terrorists.
Yeah. I mean, Fast and Furious was positive proof that these fuckers are that low.
Yeah. What am I
But
giving? Go ahead.
you think about, like, go back to Lee Harvey Oswald. That motherfucker left this country and went over to Russia.
Yeah,
I
and then
don't
came
know.
back and killed the
Yeah,
president.
I don't know if he became a citizen of Russia or not. I thought he did, but I could be wrong on that. But he married a Russian wife. Then he come back,
Yeah,
and you're like, was this fucker CIA and sent over there, or
yeah, and it wasn't no vacation either, huh? He was there for a long time.
he was there long enough to meet a woman and marry her? Which,
Mm,
if it's arranged, could have taken a day.
yeah, that is
Did you see
true.
his old lady?
Nah, she looked good.
Uh, if she was as good looking as the one in the movie with Kevin Costner, I could have been convinced to sway in my allegiance a
Yeah,
little.
would have assassinated some motherfuckers too.
I don't know if I'd have shot Kennedy because, I have. That's the one kudos I have about Bill Clinton was that motherfucker got a blowjob in the Oval Office. That's still fucking cool. I mean, now the way it came about was bad, because he was using this young girl. But had he got it, no, I could say had he got it from no, forget that. Never mind. Next,
Well, you do remember that show 11/22/63 where they ended up at the end of it, they didn't kill Kennedy, or they were able to stop the Kennedy assassination, but then he went back into the future and all the people were talking about were the Kennedy death camps and the fucking the Kennedy work camps and
I
all this other shit. That would have been fucking great to see.
I never seen it, but I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, that's it. If they didn't kill Kennedy, there would have been death camps and shit. He would have been the fucking he would be the Hitler of the U.S.
How much have you paid attention to what's going on in fucking Australia?
Australia, what do they got? The fucking dingoes eating babies again, or what?
No, fuck no. They're fucking Jesus Christ. They're locking down their fucking people.
Wait, why? Oh, Rona.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
pussies.
they've been a little bit ahead of the curve as far as being real hardline on it. Wow. The tennis star was not allowed to come in and play tennis because he had corona a couple weeks ago, but he didn't have the vaccine. And he's like, I shouldn't need the vaccine. I just fucking got over the thing. And they locked his ass up until a judge said, no, you got to let him out and let him play. And they're like, nah, fuck, we're going to find another judge. He didn't. He booted him out of the country.
You see, I remember when I was younger, and it was probably going away at that point, but I remember when I was younger, people always saying how fucking even doctors and medical people and all that shit, fucking that natural immunizations, like letting your body naturally build up antibodies to sicknesses and shit like that, was the best way to go.
Yeah.
Now you can't fucking move around without a vaccine.
Well, a part of that is just control, but there's also a part of it that the way this shit infects people, there's going to be such a mass fucking infection that the medical community can't handle it. And that's what they've been saying all along.
Well, let me see,
Uh,
and you know what? And I've been, excuse me, I've been dying to fucking find this out, and nobody knows the answer. There's no real answer out there. But what the
hey,
fuck?
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Now,
I'm listening.
you have already said in the past that I have an answer for everything, so go ahead.
What in the fuck was the point of quarantine? Quarantine was supposed to do it so all the people that had it, it goes away by the time quarantine was over. Weren't we like actually physically quarantined for like the better part of a year?
Yes.
What the fuck
And
happened?
the problem with what they did was they did lockdowns instead of quarantine. Quarantines are where you put the sick in a separate place, keep them away so they don't spread it to people who ain't sick. Quarantine, what they did was they just spread everybody together. So if one of them was sick, everybody was still exposed.
Yeah. So really we just quarantined for no fucking reason.
Well, it was control. I almost will get behind that whole it was a test. I don't know
Just
if
to
I can go
see,
that. Just to see what they could do. I
hey,
don't know
let's
that I'll
let
quite go there yet or not. But if you watch the way this thing goes, it goes for a few months. They can get people to stay and, you know, kind of obey things. And then at times, like, say, coming up in a month or two, when it starts warming up again, people up north ain't going to stay home.
oh yeah. Oh
Uh,
yeah. And there was so
so
many people out there. I remember curfew. I was like, what the fuck does curfew mean? They're gonna arrest me? And then in Phoenix, they actually had trucks with decals on them saying that they were the fucking something enforcement. Something
COVID
enforcement.
police.
Uh long story short, yeah, in so many words, yeah, pretty much.
Now, see, that's you don't hear about that shit out away from Phoenix. This is the first I've ever heard of that shit.
Yeah, they would roll around. It was like because I used to do the Uber shit all the time in Phoenix. So they would be out at fucking like pretty much any time after 10 o'clock, they'd be out. And I think it was supposed to be like you can't drive around after 9 or something. I can't remember. It was a while ago.
You
But
know, the thing is that it's perfectly fine to go get groceries or get gas or go to the fucking lumber yard. And you're like, wait a fucking minute. If you can go shopping at all the mainstay places that you always did go, granted the mom and pop shops in the malls and on Main Street, of course, were not allowed. But how much of a fucking quarantine is there?
I was talking to somebody and they were thinking that this was a Reddit guy. So take it for what it is, because I've talked a lot of shit about Reddit people and about how it's like where the retards of the internet all fucking come together to compliment each other or troll each other. But
Troll
anyway,
each other. They're the early watch.
but anyway, um, he was saying that it was kind of like a culling of small businesses. It was like kind of to bring back the fucking bigger corporations and keep them in power. because they wouldn't struggle. Owners of Walmart are fucking rich, and they're not going to be bothered by, well, fuck it, let's take 6 months, 8 months off. Who cares? Whereas the smaller businesses are the smaller businesses that followed the quote rules. Those were the ones that suffered, and now you have to go to Walmart.
I can't imagine the big corporations giving a fiddler's fuck about little Main Street stores.
What do you mean? You mean big corporations like CVS, who fucking was Walmart, everybody who had vaccines available at their stores?
Right? Why
I
the
didn't
fuck
see
would
it
they
in
care?
I didn't see a vaccine at Ed and Betty's fucking sew shop or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I mean, though. They're so fucking entrenched. It ain't like Walmart didn't already have a fucking pharmacy there, and an eye doctor center, and a fucking Subway or McDonald's or both.
or the location for our fucking FEMA camps.
They make good ones too.
Yeah, yeah, but a lot of people.
But you know, these mom and pop stores are not making huge inroads into Walmart's profit margin.
No,
They're
but
just
you know
not.
what? Think of those 10 people that go and spend $50 a day at fucking the local fucking liquor store or something like that versus now they got to go to Walmart. Phoenix, see the one good thing about Phoenix, I say big cities suck, and they do. I stick by that. The one good thing about Phoenix, though, where I was at least anyway, um, the local businesses got supported still. They were still coming into work, and then people were still going there to buy shit. So that was the one good thing, is that they kind of had that sense of what's it, community, I guess.
See, that's the thing with around here, especially a lot of the little small businesses are doing shit that you're never ever going to see at big stores.
Yeah.
So like I said, they're not really a risk to Walmart's bottom line.
No,
Why
but
the government?
it's definitely raising their profits a smidgen, though.
Why the fucking government would want to hamper these people? Are they more conservative? I don't think so.
Unless they're cut
I
into
think
some bits.
I think a lot of these stores are very liberal.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I had to unmute myself. For sure, but it would still, like I said,
You
I
know,
would I would still
throughout
think they're together.
throughout the course of history, quarantine has been putting all the sick people away from the not sick. As cruel as that may sound, it's you isolate the infection, and then you have very few people that are actually coming into contact and putting things at risk. Doctors, nurses, and whatnot. This quarantining lockdown bullshit at home just it really cannot be effective
Mm.
because you're not locked down. You're able to go to the fucking stores and gas stations and shit. Uh, you can wear any kind of mask, but now they say N95s are the only ones that really work. Although if somebody tries to spit on you with a cloth mask, it won't go through. I just want to go to the fucking woods in Missouri and disappear.
Hold on a
I
second.
will have to go to the fucking store every day, I imagine, but still.
I gotta shut the wife's phone is out here. Hold on.
Give her a fucking microphone and headset. You want to make her feel
Um,
better? I'll fix her right up.
uh, Gunmetal guy says
There's
there was an
nothing
what?
untoward about that.
No, I didn't take it that way. Um, he says there was an Outer Limits episode where Kennedy descendant came back in time and took Kennedy's spot in the car, died, and JFK went to the future to teach future kids. That'd be pretty cool. What? Oh, what if that's what actually Hitler actually did? Because they had fucking communications with aliens and weird shit like that in Antarctica. Fuck, I just blew my own mind. Um, there is talk of a think tank of scientific community that said a lockdown would not work and it needed to run course in order to weaken and be commonplace virus. See,
Welcome to
that's
what I've been saying all along.
yeah, and that's what I would think too, is that our natural antibodies would fucking do it. New watch. COVID is modified flu virus. The fear mongers in the media and dipshit politicians are blowing out of proportion. Well, yeah, of course, because they fucking good job, guys, getting rid of that bot. But anyway, um,
Now,
yeah,
bear
go
in mind, if it's a chick named Bot, don't kick them out. We like the
ahead.
chick Bot. No, hell, I've been saying since this thing fucking started, the only way you build herd immunity is let the herd fucking get it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of almost a survival of the fittest type of thing, you know? You're either gonna get over it and your body's gonna get used to it, or you ain't. We were making
It,
jokes when I went back in Arizona. We were making jokes because I was around so many different people and shit. Like I probably had it 2 or 3 times. I don't think I did
I'm,
literally, but you know.
I'm fucking positive that I had it the February before it became lockdown season here the first time. Uh,
Yeah, I could totally
there
believe it.
was there was like a week or 8 days where I was thought I was dying sick, and I have never been that sick before.
Well, wasn't that oh, that was before the vaccine, huh?
Oh yeah, the vaccine was heard of, but it wasn't out yet. You know, they were either working on it or they were testing. Sure, because it really started showing up like December, and then it really you started hearing shit about it in January, and then the beginning part of February, I got sick as hell, and then by March we was going on shutdown here.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, that's about
And
the
I'll be honest,
timeline.
the old lady was sick right before I was, so both of us were sick with whatever the hell it was, and you know damn well she's been exposed to it a number of times working longer in fucking hospital
Huh.
and hasn't got it since.
Yeah.
Like I said, the fucking shot was just to appease the needs.
No, I was all about the whole fake. This is fake. This is bullshit thing. But I've known a few people that died from this shit, or at least died because they were sick with the shit. One or the other. I don't know really. With all the bullshit now, and anybody that walks into the hospital for any reason at all happens to have COVID. It's a COVID related fucking hospital visit or whatever the fuck.
Well, I have no doubt that COVID's real.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah, absolutely. My mind has changed on that.
I
But at the same time, I believe. I mean, it probably could kill a few people. But
well, that's the thing with flu is it kills people. I mean,
yeah, the regular flu kills people. It has killed old people and young people before.
I suppose the question is had they let it run its course? What
Yeah,
was that? Beginning of last year or year before?
yeah. But the new variants thing is kind of fucking with me.
But would that have even came to pass had they let it run its course 2 years ago?
Would it have evolved? But see,
Uh,
what my problem is that did it evolve naturally? Is that a lot of people are already going for it's a lab created disease and all this other shit and whatever. Some people say we were working with China. Some people say we did it. Some people said China did it. So
Look,
whatever, whoever, it doesn't matter. But that just
th-
makes me think though. The new variants that
th-
keep coming out, are they fucking with it?
I don't know. I honestly have thought about that myself. But the thing is COVID existed long, long before this. This is the 19th variant. That's why it's COVID-19.
Right? Yeah.
Uh, the way I understand it, uh, you shit. Where the hell was I going? You get the people fucking with it to try to make it do other activities that fight COVID, something to kill people. Hell, I don't know why.
Yeah,
But this one was tweaked. Have you ever heard or had measles? Heard of? Heard of? Yes. Had? No.
never had them.
Uh,
Never had them, but I heard that if like young kids, it's fucking it could kill young kids. I don't know about old people. Old people, doesn't it turn into like shingles, or is that chicken pox?
that's chicken pox.
Yeah, okay.
And I have had chicken pox and shingles. And fucking shingles suck.
I remember my fucking supervisor, but this was in Illinois. He fucking had shingles, and he couldn't even sit down. Like, it was just horrible. He couldn't sit down because he had shit all over his back and his ass and his shit, and it sucked.
I had a spot on my back right off the side of my spine, about the size of a like a fucking medal you get. You know, it's bigger than a fucking silver dollar, a couple 3 inches in diameter. Uh, it was fucking like somebody had stuck a knife in my spine all the fucking time. Pain. And I was fucking working where I had to sit on a fucking lawnmower where the seat hit me
Oh
right there.
God,
Every time that fucker would take a twitch in the yard, I was like, miserable. And I went to a younger, well-educated doctor here in town, and he gave me muscle relaxers for a back injury. That I tried that for a week, and I was still miserable. I went to the old doctor here. He said, "Well, you got shingles, shit." And
damn,
about a week after that, it was gone.
really?
Yeah, it just went away. He didn't
Yeah,
give me anything.
I don't remember how long his lasted, but I know that he was there for the first fucking few days of the first week he had it, and then he was gone for 2 weeks.
I think I went through it for damn near a month
I know he was out of work for 2 weeks, and he
because
fucking worked the first week, so that was 3 weeks.
I would have worked the first week or so before I went to the doctor.
Oh
And
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of that would have been because I was drunk most of the time. Because that was one way to fight pain from my boss. Buying beer.
Mm,
They didn't give a shit if the yard got mowed great or not, just so that it was done. And mechanically speaking, as far as working, I could do the work just as well if I was drunk or sober. It didn't matter.
yeah, don't matter. Got my Shingrix. Is that what they really call the shingles fucking vaccine? A Shingrix?
I think Shingrix is a med,
That's hilarious.
but I had shingles in like God 82. Hell, I was young. I mean, that's why the younger doctor didn't catch it because I was so young. It was unexpected that I had such.
Well, it happened to Kim. He was like 40 something, early 40s, maybe even late 30s. I don't know.
Oh hell, I was 22 or 23,
Oh shit, yeah. I don't know.
but I haven't had it since. I don't know if it's a one and done thing. I hope so. I don't ever want that shit again.
Ugh. You're out of here, you bum, you Russian bum. Yeah, I did that. I don't care. It's just taking up room in the chat, and I keep
Cheap guns.
skimming over it. Yeah, all right, fine. Wait, you want to talk about history first? History first.
I don't
January
care. That's fine.
17th. Significant events. History from January 17th. 1991. You know what happened in 1991 today?
No.
Operation Desert Storm begins. When an aircraft from British, American, Kuwait, French, and Saudi bomb military and strategic targets in Iraq, including an oil refinery and Baghdad airport. Um,
January 17th.
yeah, that's what it says.
I think God, I don't know. I think this was the first time I ever went down on that little redheaded girl back in like 1974 or five. Five.
What about? You broke up.
I said, I think this is the first time I went down on my first girlfriend.
Oh, in 75, 79.
75.
Oh,
For some reason, the 17th sticks out for that. I don't know. I could be wrong.
yeah.
But that does, if it's right, then that means a couple of 3 days earlier was the first time I really went all the way with her in a bed.
Yeah. Sammy said,
As
wait, you can get
as
it. Go ahead.
as being a girlfriend. I mean, we did it once way earlier, just experimenting, but we weren't really item.
Was it a big old bush?
I don't remember.
No
It
remember.
was really wispy and red.
You go home like, Tony, you have something in your teeth, honey. Let me. It's a pubis.
Uh,
Um.
no, that wasn't ever a problem.
Sammy was saying that he had the measles as a kid from a jab, and that wasn't fun. I was real sick, so I refused to get the vaccine. I also have type 2 diabetes. Well, you're diabetic, ain't it? Was there any restriction on your vaccine, or they didn't even give a fuck? They're just like, roll up your sleeves, sir. We got you.
Yeah, there's nothing. But then
Um.
I got the JFJ, so that may matter too. I just
uh.
asked the wife if she was planning on getting her booster, because we've had it for like 7 months now,
Yeah. Right.
and she's like, "No fucking way."
Good. Good girl.
I'm like, "Okay, I guess I won't get mine then either." She
Yeah.
may be trying to kill me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think she's got me insured that well, but you never know.
either way, good girl.
Fuck you.
Fuck the government or fuck Tony. Either way, good girl. Oh shit. Yeah, but you could get that shit from a vaccine. Like if they give you the measles, that's really true shit. Then that there's like a
I
measles in the measles vaccine.
Yes, that's true. It is supposed to be an inactive form of the measles, but it is there. So
Well, that's like a
yeah,
forced survival of the fittest. Here, either your body's gonna take to this or not. Bye.
it's similar idea. I mean, your body's either going to fight this shit off or it ain't.
Yeah.
This just gave it a good fight.
Yeah, and then gave Pfizer and fucking Johnson and Johnson and all these motherfuckers a little extra pocket money.
Look, all them pharma CEOs need to make their billions, so just fucking lay off them.
Yeah.
I'm curious what people are thinking about how all of these fucking vaccines and tests are getting paid for.
That never come. Funny enough, never comes up in the news.
Yeah, who's writing the fucking check?
Ah,
Uh,
and everybody's getting a piece of the pie. Everybody that's involved is getting a piece of the pie. If you
we
see,
ain't getting shit.
no, 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 hell no. You go ahead and help them out and talk all the good shit you want to. You ain't getting no piece of the pie. But government officials that fucking speak out and say how much we need it, Fauci, that fucking little evil fucking troll prick, like a troll under the bridge, not.
That cocksucker shouldn't have a job. I mean, he's been fucking outed so many times for being either untruthful or just fucking wrong, one or the other.
All these people out there that they say sold their soul to the devil, I believe Fauci did that shit more than anybody because he's just a fucking. He just spews nonsense. Like, where the fuck did this cocksucker even come from?
Uh, you would be better protected if you wore 4 masks.
Yeah,
Fuck, you'd be better protected if you wore a fucking body condom.
yeah. Matter of fact, why don't you guys just don't breathe when you go outside?
No shit.
Fucking pieces of shit. Also today, the 1949, in 1949, the 1949 Volkswagen Beetle, the people's car in the U.S. arrived from Germany, designed by Free Ferdinand Porsche at the request of Adolf Hitler.
Yes. And it was started over again by the British,
How
who
come?
gave hippies everywhere a hard on.
Is that where Slugbug came from? If you see a beetle, you gotta punch somebody for Nazis. Like, I hate Nazis. I'm gonna punch you.
I don't know that that's actually it, but it is just because it's easy to tell a Volkswagen Beetle from a distance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Mikey was saying most politicians own stocks in big pharma, and it's a huge circle. It's like so the politicians have stock in big pharma, and then they give to big pharma a little bit, but the portions of what they get back out of it, just owning their stock alone, the more that these companies grow, the more that their stock is worth. I'm sure everybody knows how the stock exchange works. I don't know why I'm talking to you guys like kids, but that's how the
You
shit
know,
works. So
the
it's
best
always coming
example,
back to them. Go ahead.
the best example of that particular idea is Obama owning Smith and Wesson stock.
Yeah, yeah. Which was the funniest fucking shit in the world.
Well, it was just a part of my portfolio.
If you don't get the fuck out of here. Sorry, America. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. What else? A Japan earthquake, a powerful earthquake measuring 7.2 magnitude on the Richter scale hits the Japanese port of Kobe, where hundreds of people are feared dead and thousands injured.
Ah, fucking should be used to that shit.
Yeah. England breakfast TV, no one cares. Women's fashion, nobody cares. Wait, let me see. Were thongs invented? No. 1953, something happened with women's fashion.
I've had a bunch of fucking Beetles. I love little cars. They're not worth the fucking headache.
Home 45, the Germans were defeated by the Soviet army in Warsaw, Poland. The capital of Poland was then freed from the German armory. 1950, the Great Brinks robbery in Boston. Team of 11 thieves steal more than $2 million from the Brinks Armored Car Depot in Boston.
I just saw where they had caught 5 of the 6 guys involved in that robbery like 5 days before the statute of limitations ran out. Now, can you imagine? You've been sitting on this thing for, I think the statute of limitations would have been 7 years. 6 years, 300 fucking days. You're just thinking of how you're going to go out and just throw this fucking money everywhere.
Oh yeah, you've made plans already on what the fuck you're gonna do.
I mean, you've been onto the phone to the car dealer, having line up shit for you to test drive. Uh, and then you get a please.
Yeah, open up. My dad had two Beetles in the 70s. Things smelled weird, like the upholstery was off gassing.
I'll tell you the legitimate Beetle
Oh,
before, like, say, the 1971 Super Beetles, because they changed the front suspension in Super Beetles and went to a strut,
what was the
which
Chevy? What was the Chevy in like '54? That
Cougar.
yeah, that looked like a Beetle, right? Yeah.
It didn't look like a Beetle, but it
No.
was similar design,
Okay,
rear engine air cooled.
that was it.
But they offered one with 6-cylinder twin turbocharged that would fucking scare you to death.
Yeah, I remember because my uncle was working on one of those a long time ago. I don't know whatever happened to them. I haven't talked to them in like 10 years.
Uh, they were absolutely death traps. I mean, they fucking wouldn't steer.
That sucks. I guarantee you no one's probably never found all the shit Bonnie and Clyde stole. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that a lot of these motherfuckers have some buried shit somewhere. If I
We
died right
had
now, there'd be some money that nobody would ever find.
when I was 15, my stepdad bought one of those fucking Corvair Monza Spiders with the 6-cylinder twin turbo, and that was a fucking scary ass ride.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly fast.
Really? I gotta
Yeah,
see. Okay. I was like, why? Because I see my uncle building this thing, and I'm like, or working on this thing, and I'm like, why the fuck are you fucking with this? Like, get a Monte Carlo or a fucking Impala or fucking. But I guess if it goes fast like that, I would work on it just to drive it. Fuck yeah.
uh, you got to understand too. Fast is relative.
Oh yeah.
You're basically comparing this fucking little car to a Beetle, which fast is really not synonymous with Beetle.
Oh, so you're saying it's fast by comparison, not really fast.
Yes, it's not going to take out a fucking Camaro RS,
Right. Yeah. He said they ran really
and
hot
especially
too.
if there's a fucking curve on the road.
Oh yeah, huh? You
I
gotta
mean,
slow down and fucking yeah, hit that curve.
those 70s muscle cars or 60s and 70s muscle cars were renowned for not steering and handling well, but fuck, that was nothing compared to Corvair.
They ran really hot too.
I don't recall having problems with one we had, but that's a long time ago, and I may not
So what were they like? Did they were like cheap Chevys for people?
have.
Like the Impala was like fucking $6,000, and these were like 1,000 or something like that. I don't know what car costs were back then.
I think they were trying to steal the cheap, sporty part of the segment because they didn't really make a small car.
Right.
And Beetle was coming out and just fucking hammering the market because, it's small, it's cheap, fairly economical, it's pretty hideous. And they were trying to go along that line, but they also wanted to take it up a notch to kind of match Porsche. Hence, hence you put in a 6-cylinder instead of 4-cylinder. Uh, I like the thing, but I would want one. The styling was kind of shitty, and like you said, they're fucking death traps. I mean, I think the way they built them, they set them the engine too far back. There's not enough weight on the front to turn it. But I don't know that for a fact because God, I only ever drove that one.
He said, Gummo guy saying Impalas and Monte Carlos. Tony, you wouldn't happen to be a gangster, would you?
Nope.
Jimmy's one, just checking since you hang together. Guilty by association.
Impalas, Impalas for me ended in about 70 or 71, and they started in 65. That's the year of Impalas that I like. I really love the 65 and 66.
Yeah.
Then the ones from 66 to 70 were all right.
See, he's talking about in the early 90s. See, the mid 90s is where people started ruining cars to me. That's when they started putting like, it was like bubbled instead of squared off in the fronts and fucking like, I don't know. I don't like
Oh,
any of the fucking types of cars from the mid 90s.
you missed the real ruinization of cars starting in about 1972.
What's that?
Well, let's see how long we can make one of these fuckers.
Oh,
I mean, I think like the 73 or 74 era Impala is probably 20, 21 feet long. It was a huge fucking car.
Yeah, but see, that was the fucking thing. Like that's why I love them cars. Like a fucking Delta 88 or a fucking old Impala or fucking Broham or fucking, I just love them shits. Even the Cadillacs.
Yeah, the Delta 88 and 98 Cadillacs, they started out as great big fucking cars.
Yeah, but they
I
could
mean, you
flip over an SUV. Like, you
you
know what I
could
mean?
you could look back to like fucking 50s and era Cadillacs, and them fuckers were like 60 feet long, half a fucking block.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
Impala was not, to start with, it was not the massive car that it ended up. Now, I suppose you'd consider it a full size car,
Well,
but it
yeah.
wasn't like fucking Cadillac platform.
Yeah, and see, like the mid, no, I'll take it back too, because the Impala, '96 Impalas were pretty cool. Like they were all right, but I mean, most cars in the mid '90s fucking ruined them. Emissions killed things. Yeah, an Indian. I had an Indian. I didn't like to ride. I never had a motorcycle license or nothing, but I had an Indian, and
I don't think I've ever owned a Chevelle.
I had an
I
old
have had
Honda
a,
motorcycle too. You know what?
I,
You want to hear a funny story? Fucking, I didn't have a Chevelle either or a Corvette, but I have owned a 1984 Chevette. You ever heard of them cars?
well, yeah,
That little motherfucker, a little four banger, little four cylinder fucking looked like if a Corvette and a Chevelle had a retard baby with a hatchback. That's pretty much what it was.
I don't know where you're sticking the Corvette in.
That's what the fuck that it was, a Chevette. It's supposed to be a
Oh, just
mix.
from the name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
It
oh
looks
yeah,
like a
it did.
fucking Vega that got rear-ended really hard.
Yeah, but I'm saying though the Chevette, I guess that's where they got it from. But let me tell you something. I won a race in that car. I was racing somebody and I won a race in that car. The only reason is because I didn't give a fuck. I got that car for $100 at auction. So I didn't give a fuck about what happened to that little piece of shit car. And I kind of like went into the driver's side. I was on the left side. So I kind of went into the driver's side a little bit and he was going to hit a parked car. So he had to stop. And then I made it to the end of the block and I won.
Oh shit. Let's see. My first car that I drove and had license in my name was a '65 Impala, which explains my love of those.
Yeah, that's a
After
great
that, I had
car.
a '67 Ford LTD with 390. That's my first experience. The car was fucking ass. Then '67 Cougar XR7, which pretty cool car, but there's a lot of shit wrong with it because of the ridiculous wiring. Then from that, I went to a '69 Mach 1,
Mm.
which was stunningly fast. Uh, the car was fucking scary. Then after that, I went to a few big Fords, Galaxies, and LT. Then it pretty much went downhill after that. Once I met the old lady and kids started popping out, fast car really didn't fall into the equation very well.
What year Cougar did they have?
67.
67.
First one. No, this was 289.
Oh yeah, okay. Vegas were pretty cool, like a mini vet. Nah. Yeah, that's that made me stop too, DJ, when he said that. Like, oh, that's nice. Um, yeah, I had a nine. My first car was a '93 Buick Century, and then a fucking a Chevy Corsica, and then a Chevy Cavalier. That I got a lot of cars in auction in Illinois. Chevy Cavalier that still had. So the story behind the car was that an old couple had fell asleep or died and drove into the lake. The engine was waterlogged. They had to have a whole bunch of new rebuilt shit in there. All the inside was rusted. This was another car I bought for 200. This one was $200. Um, but the creepy part is that you could see black stains in the seat from where the head and the shoulders and the back were like laid up against, so like, and it was on the driver and passenger seat. So I was thinking these old people committed suicide in a lake somewhere. But yeah, I love that car. I love that
Bought the car
Cavalier.
anyway.
I love that Cavalier.
Later on, I got into the citations, which I thought were actually a surprisingly decent car. Uh, but you know, once I had started having kids and shit, the
Mm.
car, the big thing with the car was it had to be fucking big enough to put the kids in. So then you're looking at like 76 grand marquee chrome or shit like that.
The story, gunmetal guy. The story. They said, "Why the hell would you buy that freaking car?" The story. I
I'll be
thought it
right
was
back.
neat. I thought it was neat, and every now and again I'd like to take the towels off of my seat and tell people that they're driving in the suicide car. Um, who watched podcasts, or they wanted a 1970 Charger or Plymouth Cuda, before they were made popular by Fast and the Furious. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I like the not the Chargers, motherfucking bitch. The Challengers. I drove a Challenger before. I like them. Yeah, who needs the kids fucking yelling and screaming in a back seat somewhere? The trunk has plenty of space. If that is morbid, I'm a little concerned dealing with. Nah, it was a cheap. Who wouldn't? You know why I bought that car? $200 price tag. I loved going to auction and getting cars for under $500. I had a Jeep for $600 actually. Um, I I went through a lot of cars. I went through like 10 fucking cars from 18 to 21. Um, a lot of Blazers. I had a couple Blazers. I had an Expedition, but it broke down a lot. There was always some kind of fucking problem with it, and I couldn't tell you the specifics because I can't remember. But I do remember always having to take that piece of shit into the shop. And it was an
So,
Eddie Bauer edition too, at Expedition.
uh, was it dug out of the lake too?
No, no, I only had that one car. That one car.
So, what was the favorite car you ever had?
I'm really a fan of Blazers, man. I really am. I've slept in a Blazer before when I was working overnights. I really like Blazers. But I think while you were gone, I was talking about a Challenger. I really like those cars for like fun. That was a really fun car. Um, yeah, I think that I'm liking SUVs now in my older age.
I think favorite that I've ever had, but also the best I've ever had. That's a goddamn 99 Suburban.
The what? You totally broke up on the end.
I said I think the favorite and the best car I've ever had is this 99 Suburban.
Yeah, yeah, I could believe it. I could believe it. I only had a Suburban one time and I didn't like it, but Blazers, man, they're like right in the middle. You can't tow as much shit or take as much shit with you or fucking have as many people in it because you got a third row, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, you can't take as many people with you and all that in a Blazer, but I like it. I like
And
it.
I could put three behind that third row.
Yeah, yeah, in a little trunk area.
It ain't that damn little.
No, it ain't.
It's
All
about
right, look
what
at
you get
this.
behind the front seat of a Blazer.
This. Yeah, pretty much.
I've actually had this Suburban for going on 8 years now. I have had so little work, aside from brake pads and tires, shit like that that wear out.
Yeah.
And this fucker has never failed. And it's still got the fucking battery in it that it had when I bought it.
That's why and people can say all the shit they want to. I don't give a fuck, obviously. That's why I like that Kia, man. That Kia Soul is a fucking warrior. I've blown up 2 cars in the past fucking mm, let's call it 3 years. And this fucking Kia takes all the abuse. I dog my cars out. It takes all the abuse. I burnt it out one time in rocks, but still, nonetheless, it fucking did it. You know, like I love this motherfucking thing. I really do. Never
I mean,
malfunctioned. Knock on wood.
because the four-wheel drive is so much more refined than the fucking four-wheel drive in this Dodge truck. When we get inclement weather, I'll get the Suburban out and drive it because it'll actually turn corners and shit in four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Fucking Dodge don't want to.
Not at all. Um, let's get into these fucking cheap guns real quick because I'm gonna have to leave here pretty soon.
I was
Um,
just gonna say, it seems like when your old lady's sick and you're supposed to be waiting on her hand and foot, you're hanging on the show much longer.
as much as I can, Tony. Hold on, let me hang this phone up one more time. Throw this fucking thing in the toilet. All right. Cheap guns. Now we're not talking about the kind of cheap guns that was going on in Las Vegas with the arms deal between the CIA and Syria at that concert that one time in Mandalay Bay. But we're talking about cheap guns. Now, yeah, we're talking about cheap guns like High Points, fucking Kel-Tecs, fucking Freedom Group isn't a thing anymore, is it?
No.
Tauruses, Rossies, Rock Island fucking
Raven.
armories. What?
Raven.
Raven. I thought you said, wait a minute, sorry. But what about cheaply made expensive guns? Kimber is something that I heard that they cut a lot of corners on building and use a lot of MIM parts. But it's like a fucking $2,000 in molded fucking parts, pretty much. Springfield High Power, super fucking cheap ripoff of the High Power. Um, Glocks. How much did the police department buy Glocks in bulk for? Like $100 a pop, $150 a pop, maybe.
Cheaper than we can get them.
But yeah, by a big percentage. The LOL and X has a Kia Soul that was for the K. LOL joke. I don't get it. Jimmy, I'm sorry, bro. That Kia is the box that the lady intimate products come in. Oh yeah, it's a woman's car for sure. It is a lady's car, but I'll pull up in it. Ain't nobody. I'll pull up in it. Um,
Hey, if you ain't willing to get next to ladies' parts, how the hell you ever going to earn your red wings?
yeah, I still can't find that goddamn episode. I
I
can't.
looked this morning too, and I can't.
I can't fucking find. It's buried somewhere in one of the Night Strike episodes, which he was on a lot. Um, I like my sports car when I was young because it got me laid. Yeah. Then I went through the van stage. I never went through the. You know what? I did have an Astro van before, but I hated it and I got rid of it. It even had the theater lights in it and everything. I thought that was really neat and it was cool. Nah.
I had a couple of Astros.
Yeah.
One of them was just a cargo van used by a seed company, and that was actually a pretty decent fucking machine.
So it was just like empty. There was no seats and
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
no carpet or nothing.
hmm
The other one had a bad transmission. I never drove it.
Timbers used to be great. Now, meh. I agree. Yeah, but their prices didn't fucking change though. If anything, they got higher. Um,
I really don't have a problem with the mighty fine guns.
yeah. I mean, listen. spending $1,000 or spending $300. I mean, it doesn't make or break the gun. It's still at the end of the day a gun. And to be honest, I mean, I carry around that 10 millimeter now all the time, but I would much rather be carrying around like a Jimenez or a high power or something like that, or not a high power, a high point, excuse me, something like that. Because if you ever do use your guns, the cops are getting that motherfucker, and it's really a fucking a coin toss on whether or not you're gonna get it back.
Yes, indeed.
So I'd rather lose $200 than $700, that type of thing.
Fuck, all my semi-auto stuff is cheap.
Yeah. Well, nah. The Sigma's cheap, but at the same time, it wouldn't be what would be considered a cheap brand, like shitty, where like a Jimenez has the slide flying off the front of it if you use too much of a fucking high energy bullet.
If you think about that, though, it's kind of funny that Smith and Wesson gets sliding under the radar with that gun because it is a fucking cheap knockoff.
It's a budget gun, and it is a cheap knockoff of a Glock, yeah. But I would even argue, even as a fucking partial fanboy of Glocks, partial. Um, I I don't know. I feel like them are cheap ass guns too. You got a plastic fucking bottom, polymer, whatever the fuck, who cares? Plastic fucking bottom. Um, I mean your internals. There's ooh, the fucking safety notch is bezeled. You know what I mean? Like who gives a fuck?
When you
Everything
think
is
about it,
fucking
though,
cheap on it.
the fucking thing works.
Yeah,
And the same can be said for High Point. They
for sh-
fucking work.
yeah, for sure. Jimenez, like I said, when I seen that slide fly off, that kind of fucking I was taken aback a little bit, I guess.
Long time ago, I was kind of a fan of the Jennings.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, they're
you
the
know,
same guys. Yeah,
they they were one of those, and the stainless version, you could polish those up. They were gorgeous. But you'd have to polish the where the guns slid across metal ever so often because it started galling itself.
yeah, right.
Or you just can't carry a can of fucking Pennzoil with you and poke that fucker down before you
Some
pull the trigger.
WD-40 in my pocket. Some Rem oil. Rem oil. Hold on one second. I gotta get this. Hold on. Talk about cheap guns.
We can't hardly get caliber chat to go very far because there's only one. And we all know that's 44 Magnum. Although I do kind of dance with its halfling younger brother, the 22.
All right, I gotta get out of here soon. Um, what did I miss?
Uh, Gunmetal guy said, let's have a caliber chat one day.
Oh
Said we
yeah.
can't hardly do that because there's only one caliber.
What,
At
10
least
millimeter?
worthy of chatting about. Hell no.
10 millimeter. 45 long Colt?
You want to talk about how long your dick is?
Oh, you're talking about the 20 millimeter tank gun.
20 millimeters is still less than a fucking inch.
That's a big ass bullet, though. That's the circumference, asshole.
Yeah, I get the revolver guy tagged at me all the time, but I'm not specifically a revolver guy. I mean, there's the hunting aspect, which is why I have the Ruger Super Blackhawk and the 629.
Well, yeah, you
There's the
guys could hunt
Clemens
with pistols
Security,
now.
the The Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry thing is why I have a 29. I was going to try cowboy action shooting, is why I have them fucking vaqueros. And the 1875 Outlaws are just fucking gorgeous.
This fucking camera thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, he said fucking let's have a caliber chat one day. Would like your knowledge of my new bucket list caliber of 10 millimeter. I'm getting a 40 MOS long barrel next week, and I just wanted to show him. Very good choice. Very good choice. Good choice.
Jesus
Mm-mm.
Christ, that what you look like? You're still in them fucking hoodies?
Yeah, I don't stop. I never stopped. I never stopped, especially when it's chilly out.
Get a fucking stocking cap. Look like you're a grown up.
A stocking cap. I'll just say, hey, let's see if my wife has any extra pantyhose I could use to just throw over my head.
I'm thinking that's going to put across a different image than you want.
uh, he says your collection is his green dream gun safe. Yeah, Tony does all
It,
right for himself.
it, it was not intentional, honestly. I didn't start out saying I wanted to collect it. 29, I've wanted, God, since I was 11 years old. Uh, the 629 I bought because I thought it was a better choice than the 29 for purpose. More than just having that. That didn't work out. The Ruger Super Blackhawk I bought to hunt with, and that was the first one I bought.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that one. Well, I remember you talking about all of them, but I remember that.
But this collection I ended up with was just kind of happenstance.
Both of my carries guns, Sig P320, Sig P365, about $500 guns. Not exactly cheap, but I shoot them very well. Yeah, but see, okay, to a lot of people, $100 isn't cheap, or $200 isn't cheap. You know what I mean? That's a lot to spend on a firearm or whatever the fuck.
Well,
Um,
let's set a fucking point. Anything under like $400 is a cheap gun.
nah, see, I was gonna say if it's under fucking $700, I would feel comfortable losing it forever for a good reason, of course, obviously defending my life or something like that. But if that Glock if for some reason, God forbid, I had to fucking knock on wood, I had to fucking use this my specific carry gun, I would be on their asses before, after the case, all that shit. I would get my gun back. I'd be on their asses. See, that's the
I would
thing.
be
There is
on
a
their
lot of
asses.
what
I would be on their asses for this fucking. What the fuck
Phoenix.
is this? Yeah, the Phoenix.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I understand that, but see, there's a lot of people out there. That's how you lose your gun. That's why I say it's a coin toss. Because if you don't stay on their asses, and sometimes more than you, well, most of the time more than you should, you ain't getting your shit back.
I
It hinges on you staying on their ass.
probably.
Yeah.
And it depends. I mean, depending on where you're at, you may not even lose your gun at all.
No.
I
Well,
mean,
see,
if
now I
if
heard.
you're obviously justified, and there's no
Right.
question about that, and you're in a state that is kind of favorable to that sort of thing, you may not ever lose your gun at all.
Yeah. Well, I've always heard, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if you know, because this is information that I've taken as fucking fact. But um, there was a lawyer telling me a long time ago. This is when we were first doing Early Watch. Um, a lawyer was telling me that if you ever have to use your gun at home, um, to immediately, after you call the police, immediately put your shit in the safe, or like put it up. Because if it's out and if it's in the open, or if you have to put it down or whatever, the cops are taking it. But if you put it
At the very
away,
least,
they won't.
at the very least, I would at least holster son of a bitch so they don't shoot you by mistake when they get there.
Well, that's a given. Yeah, if they pull up and you have a gun in your hand, they're gonna draw their guns at the
I
very
think
least.
if I think if the cop is a dick, they're going to make you get it out of the safe.
Yeah.
And they're going to take it. I
Word.
just, I don't know if it's obviously justifiable. I think you stand a reasonable chance if you're in a good area that you won't lose your gun.
Mm-hmm.
I will be, if I had to shoot somebody with either of these Smith & Wesson revolvers, I would be camped on their fucking doorstep until I got it.
Oh yeah. Did you guys run ballistics yet? And that's what I don't even understand taking it. You don't need to run ballistics. I did it.
No shit.
This is
I
the
did it with
angle I
this
did it
gun.
from, asshole. You know?
That gun there is the gun he shot at me with. That's what his bullet hit.
Mm. Yeah, anything else? Dipshits? New Watch podcast. I want the 29 in nickel engraved 44 Magnum because of the movie Lone Wolf McQuade and a short barrel Browning Auto 5. I want a short barrel Browning Auto 5 too, now that you mention it.
I've had an Auto 5.
Short barrel?
Pretty, no, 28. Pretty fucking heavy.
Well, yeah, isn't that they got that fucking like extra steel on the top of their receiver, isn't it? Is that the one I'm thinking about?
Uh, the Auto 5 is recoil activated, so the whole damn
Yeah.
barrel slides back into the receiver when it goes off. Surprising feel to the recoil on one of those, but they are really good to shoot.
Yeah, it has that big fucking extra steel fucking things for the recoil.
Oh yeah, the fucking barrel slide.
That's what I'm
I don't
talking
know
about.
how much extra is there, but it's got it's got the magazine tube on the bottom of it, and then there's the barrel has the protrusion that goes down over that, so it slides on that tube, and then there's a ring on there that is a buffer to compress, its recoil action. If you're using lighter load, you turn the thing on one way, and if you're using heavy load, you turn it the other.
Mm. Yeah, it was the exact same gun I was thinking about. I like that engraved. There's some engraved ones that I like. I like
But
that fucking extra, like the leafy fucking like squiggly line engravement shit. This is a 50th year anniversary, so it's actually got shit on there. Look like a goose. But I like that kind of like old west engraving shit for some reason.
I had bought a Franchi that was a copy of those. It actually looked like that one with the engraving you're talking about right there in the old box.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it looked like that, but it was made out of magnesium, something ultralight. The
Really?
whole damn gun weighed less than 4 pounds. And you
No.
want to talk about something that would kick the living fuck out of you.
Oh, I could only imagine. Did you ever?
Yeah,
Well,
the
that one
Brownie.
time. Look, so this one time I shot a 10 gauge. Is it worse than that?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Yeah, if you were running 3-inch magnums out of it, it was fucking unbelievable.
Wow, I gotta try it. See, I like that kind of shit. I gotta try that. I
Good
like
luck
that.
finding one. I should have my fucking ass kicked for getting rid of it.
What do you think they're worth now? Thousands or about the
Oh, I
same
don't
price?
think. I don't think I bought it for $300.
That's what I'm. Oh, but no, that's what I'm saying though. You think that the price inflated on them?
Oh hell yes. I think they're probably worth 4 or 5 grand now because they're pretty rare.
Holy shit!
But it basically looked like what you're showing there for that Browning, but it was made out of lightweight material. The stock was fucking plastic. It was hollow plastic, so it didn't weigh shit.
Yeah, so you're getting all that energy. You're absorbing the energy that all that extra steel should have been absorbing.
But if you was shooting like trap loads and shit, it kicked like regular fucking 12 gauge Magnum load. I mean, it was pretty stout. It was manageable.
I think we're gonna
You know,
end
if
it.
you was out
Wait, what?
pheasant hunting, if you was
Uh,
out pheasant hunting, the Magnum loads, you didn't fucking notice.
Hmm. Why is that? Just because you were shooting upwards, or?
Well, when you're shooting at something, you're not paying attention to what the gun feels.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense. Let's end it on this note here, Tony. I got to. The best gun is the one that fits your hands and you are most accurate with. Pretty is not going to save your life. Night
Well, I got
Watch.
no fucking problem with that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
I agree
honest to
wholeheartedly
God,
with it.
my favorite carry gun these days is that fucking uh, Ruger LC380.
Oh,
It's super fucking compact to carry compared to the Smith, and it's also really, really easy to shoot good. I mean, this fucker's a natural in my opinion.
hmm,
Uh, I wish it had more capacity because I don't like to have to carry two extra fucking magazines just to have 20 rounds.
yeah.
But then again, I'm not a capacity whore either. Usually when I carry one extra.
Hmm. I'm not a
4570,
what?
4570 isn't as bad as you think. Uh, once you understand the recoil impulse, because while it kicks pretty good, it's slower. So it's like Jimmy was describing the 454 Casull the other day. As a pushback more than it is a kick.
Yeah, it's less of a snap and more of a push.
Now my gun is a little different to like what Connery's got. It's got that short barrel uh, version. Mine's got 26-inch barrel, so the recoil impulse is longer. And you kind of have to be prepared for that. Try to push you off the feet
Hmm.
if you're not expecting. Which the first time I shot it, I wasn't. It like knocked me on my ass. I mean, I
um.
think had the old lady not been behind me and put her hand up, I might have went on my.
All right, fellas. I'm getting the fuck up out
Ah,
of here.
yeah, he's got to go be a slave to his missus who's sick.
Babysitting. Babysitting a bitch. I take that back. I got some
So you
more
better
shit
be
for.
careful because she's the source of pussy.
Yeah, I got for now. Anyway. um, we got a whole bunch of shit too coming up on Wednesday. Yeah, yep, I gotta bounce, but I got a bunch of good shit. Thanks everybody for showing up. Appreciate you. I got a bunch more. I got a bunch more greatest hits too coming out. So be on the lookout for those.
Yeah, if
Um,
we ever find the damn Red Wings one, we'll make sure that
oh, I'm gonna put it
it's
up.
on.
Yeah, even if I gotta put it up as its own thing, I'll do that.
That's probably one of the best bits the early watch ever fucking did, and it was
Yeah,
accident.
yeah. It turned out to be the best because Night Strike was kind of uncomfortable when we were talking about it, and yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty
once
fantastic.
once we knew he was uncomfortable with it, we ran with
It
it.
kept going, and it was funny. All right, everybody, have a good day. We'll see you again Wednesday.
Good day, everybody.